Good morning. My name is George Braddock, and we're here at the Oregon Country Fair at the Ritz Sauna and Shower booth, which is an operation enjoying its 33rd year here at the Country Fair. And it has certainly come an incredible long way from 33 years ago when we started this. Kind of a brief history was that prior to the sauna and showers being set up here in 1976, people would come out here to the fairgrounds and spend the weekend, and there really was no way to get clean. And it was, even back then, a very dusty and hot experience. And that fall of 1976, in the fall of 1975, I built a little sauna in my backyard and a little outdoor shower. And some of us theorized, wouldn't this be a remarkable thing to be able to put on at the Oregon Country Fair? Wouldn't people love to come and have a chance to get clean? So that summer we came out here and met with Bill Wooten at the time and Cynthia Wooten, who were then part of what was called the Central Committee. And we walked up to this very, very far end of the fair, and with the idea being that we wanted to tuck it slightly out of the main path, because it was sort of, you got to the sauna because you knew about it. It was word of mouth, and we weren't all that interested in really serving the general public. Who we were really interested in being available for were the booth people, the vendors, the traffic people, the security people, the folks that put on the fair. And so we began that summer and worked day and night to put the first sauna and shower operation together. And the showers were 1.25 inch PVC line with 10 hose bibs and 10 shower heads screwed to those hose bibs, and a water truck that parked at the top of the hill and fed that unit. And people stood in line for an hour and a half to take a cold shower, and we knew we were onto something. And the first sauna that we built was about 12 by 12, seated about 40 people. Traditionally would have 50 and 60 people in it. And in that very first year of operation, we didn't have the common sense to realize that occasionally it's a good idea to clean a sauna. So by the end of the fair, the sauna smelled a lot like the Bucks around here. But we learned a tremendous amount about how you run a public bathhouse. And one of the interesting stories is that, when we started to do this operation, we imagined that we'd have to segregate it, that there'd have to be a men's side and a women's side, and that people wouldn't come here and simply bathe together. Well, there wasn't enough time and there wasn't enough budget, and we just put it together and we said, well, who comes, and who came was everyone. And that whole idea of creating an opportunity for people to bathe together was really a wonderful experience, and was a surprise to me, and it continues to be a surprise to me to this day, that strangers from all walks of life come here and take off their clothes and take a bath together and enjoy it. And it's just a wonderful experience. Many cultures have communal bathing experiences. Ours does not share that very much, but people that experience the sauna here love it and go away smiling and refreshed with the opportunity. And since that time, 33 years ago, this operation has grown quite significantly. We have 70 outdoor showers now. We have 10 private shower rooms and 2 deluxe private baths. We burn about 14 cords of firewood in 3 days. We use 325,000 gallons of water, which is trucked in here from the city of Eugene and the city of Veneta, and poured into a reservoir on the top of our hill, which holds just a little bit over 7,000 gallons. And from that point on, the entire system is all gravity fed. So we operate with about 6.5 pounds of pressure to run all of those showers. And over the years, we worked diligently to get hot water. It's not an easy thing to do here in the woods. And we went through lots and lots of different morphs until we finally could accomplish it. And all the things you have to figure out along the way is how do you don't burn somebody that's online, and learning that hot water and cold water actually want to stratify in the tank, and all those kinds of things. So quite a remarkable history of learning to run a bathhouse and run it cleanly. And it's a great example of how the environment is an incredible predictor of behavior. Because when you go to take a bath, you, of course, go in the bathroom and you take off your clothes and you take a bath. And that paradigm is so powerful that people come here and take off their clothes and take a bath, and then suddenly they realize, oh my God, I'm naked alongside of an Oregon senator in the shower. And they say to me constantly, I can't believe that I did this. I mean, it's just absolutely beyond the pale that I've come up here and taken a bath with complete strangers, and they leave with an incredible smile on their face. And it really is part of the magic of this whole place. And we like to think that the sauna and its unique operation contributes to that magic. The number of people that have come to be affiliated with this booth over the years, a remarkable set of talented and gifted individuals, craftsmen of the highest caliber, and that's really the litmus test here. I mean, people that come here and work here, whether they're doing carpentry or doing mechanical work or doing fires and cleanup or whatever those operations are, the only rule is you bring your absolute best forward here. You do the best work that you can do, and you do it with that kind of spirit of care. And it really is that quality and the idea that people come here and that they feel safe. It's a place that we take a great deal of pride in, the fact that families can be here and be safe and be comfortable. And that whole idea of everybody being responsible for everybody's safety, responsible for everybody having the most positive experience here that they can possibly have. And then just the elegance of the place. It's really, I've never ceased to be amazed by it, you know, that it happens every year, that people love it the way they do. And, you know, I built it and I love it and I bring that energy here, but it still surprises me every year how much people come here, how much they enjoy this experience. When we first started in 1976, we had a theme of, you know, kind of Art Nouveau 30s. We called ourselves the Ritz, and our logo was a flamingo, and we wore top hats and things like that. And that was sort of the beginning of it. But then a few years later, I came to know about Pacific Northwest art, took a trip to Alaska, and just fell in love with that iconology and with that art style. And also met a man named Brad Bolton, who's studied in Alert Bay for a number of years and is an incredible practitioner of that style. But we were sort of in a conundrum. I mean, what do you do about flamingos and top hats, you know, even after contact in the Pacific Northwest culture? And so what we decided was that if by some magic of nature flamingos had occurred here, how would the Pacific Northwest Indians have iconized them? So a lot of the iconology and the symbols around the sauna are actually flamingos, as if flamingos had occurred in the Pacific Northwest. And it's that art theme is quite remarkable. And the people that come here and embrace it, I don't think of myself as in charge here. I really feel that I'm more like the director of an orchestra, and I create palettes and opportunity for people to be creative, to express their best work. And I think so many of us, we stopped doing that as children. You know, we get to do that all through elementary school, and suddenly we find ourselves in high school, we find ourselves in college, and they're the artists, and they're a particular group of people, and of course they have talent and they study, and our work feels less and less worthy. But out here, we really encourage that personal expression. So sort of set the standard of what it is that you want to accomplish and what the big idea is, and turn people loose. And folks produce remarkable work, oftentimes far beyond what they thought they could do themselves, learn to use tools they never imagined using in the past, and they create this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place that is the Ritz Sauna and Showers at the Oregon Country Fair.
Hi, my name is Brad Bolton, and I'm associated with the Ritz Sauna here at the Country Fair. And I've been doing paintings of primarily North Coast stuff. Our sauna started out with a flamingo as a mascot, and my involvement with this has been to try and develop some of the totemic stuff the Alaska, Canadian South, that the North Coast Indians have done. And it surprised me. It was a very sophisticated style of stuff, and I'm just barely learning it after 20 years. I use some of the form line techniques to take flamingo and morph that into a totemic animal. But we don't do that so much anymore now. It's a little bit more traditional, killer whales, ospreys, things, thunderbirds. And we've put quite a few pieces together here. and it's great having a chance to put these pieces up. It's something I really enjoy, and it makes the sauna kind of a beautiful place. We have several other artists doing different things here, but my involvement's been painting the pieces and doing some metal sculpture. There's a large osprey up front, same type of design. It's a totemic style, and there's a whale over the main entrance, and oh, excuse me, that's not a whale, that's a salmon. And it's the same thing, it's totemic. But a lot of that's trying to replicate some of the traditional stuff. Not really from that culture, so I don't have the depth of understanding of it. I'm just learning some of the form lines, and as time goes along, I'm starting to get the hang of some of the significance of the art. I've got a lot of respect for it. It's an amazing style, and maybe after another 200 or 300 years, I'll be able to have the hang of it. But anyway, I really enjoy painting these pieces out here, and I hope that people get a chance to come down and appreciate it.